What's up guys, Ryuusei here. Chapter 12 just came out and I'm seeing a lot of comments about Chapter 12 being very difficult. Mainly the 12-3 and 12-4 boss fights. So in this video I will share my method of manually clearing the boss at max threat. The boss fights are difficult, so I suggest manually playing. To get good results with autoplay, you will need max level fleet, which most people don't have at this time. Alright, so starting with 12-3. In 12-3, the bosses are two light carriers. They are medium armor, which means AP shells from battleship will deal huge damage. But do run at least one HE shell on battleship for the burn damage. In this fight, almost all the damage your fleet takes will be from enemy aircrafts, so stacking anti-air radar is actually a pretty good idea. Make sure you bring high anti-air ships, and most importantly, change the formation to circular defense. Remember, anti-air stats not only makes your AA gun do more damage, it also provides percentage damage reduction against enemy aircrafts. At the start of the fight, there's nothing special you'll need to do. Just wait for the second wave of humanoid enemies to spawn and use one shot from your backline to clear them off. After Takao dies, the bosses will spawn. The bosses are two light carriers with the same amount of HP. They move up and down in opposite directions. The core strategy is to hit both bosses with your backline fire. Since their movement pattern is completely fixed, just fire when they're converging in the middle of the screen and you'll hit both of them. The main thing to watch out for in this fight are these grey colored aircrafts. They will do heavy damage to your vanguard, and if you don't dodge them properly, they can instantly wipe out your vanguard. So make sure you always keep your vanguard moving left or right at the bottom of the screen to dodge these shots. You can also save your airstrike just to clear these aircrafts. Here I used Hyuga Retrofit. She has an airstrike which is very useful for saving my vanguard if I fucked up my movements. Once you master the timing to hit both bosses in one shot, the fight becomes fairly easy. But the bosses do have very high evasion, so it is possible you get unlucky and miss some shots. You can run pretty much any top tier ship combination in this fight. You can win by either tanking up with super high AA stats, or by running high damage team to kill off the bosses ASAP. Both approach can work. Now let's get to 12-4. This fight is somewhat similar to 12-3, but there are a few more things you need to watch out for. The first one is the damage source. So during the boss fight, your vanguard will take normal gunfire damage from the bosses, and your backline will only take damage from enemy aircrafts. So if your vanguard is dying, stacking anti-air won't help much. You can go with double line formation to protect your vanguard, or circular defense to protect your backline. The bosses are two heavy cruisers. They are both medium armor, so if you bring multiple battleships, using one AP shell is a good choice. Now let's get to the fight. When getting into the fight, don't use any weapons yet. Wait until the timer on the top right reaches 2 minutes and 30 seconds. At 2:30, Haruna will spawn, and if she gets off even one burn on your backline, the fight is going to be very difficult. So save your weapons until 2:30 and insta-kill her when she spawns. After you clear Haruna, the bosses will spawn. Maya will circle around Choukai in a pattern like the number 8, while Choukai sits at the middle of the screen. So there are two strategies here. You can either try to manually aim at Maya and snipe her off first, or use the same strategy as the last fight, trying to hit both bosses in the same shot. Here I choose the 2 birds 1 stone strategy. To do this, you'll have to memorize Maya's movement pattern and estimate when they're going to stack together. The way I do it is I just go into the fight and watch them move a few times until I memorize their pattern. That sound too difficult? Well, there's actually a trick for this. When Maya is off the screen, you can see a small arrow on the right side. When the arrow is on the same level as Choukai, that means Maya is gonna move across the middle, which means it's the perfect time to shoot. Once you master the timing, this fight isn't too difficult. If you still have trouble killing the bosses, that simply means your fleet doesn't have enough DPS, or you got too many unlucky misses. You can run pretty much any top tier fleet combination for this fight, but I think the battleships are just a bit more reliable than carriers. I do like being able to manually aim my shots more than random bomb drops from the carriers. And that's it for this video. Like the video if you find this useful, subscribe for more Azurlane content. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.